All right, tubers, Matt and Roy back once again. Wow, I didn't realize how stretched the collar on this shirt is. This is gonna have to go into the junker, into the trash can after we're done here. Well, I hope everybody is doing well. I know I'm a few minutes early, but again, I just could not wait any longer. I'm very curious to see if Mark Covington comes tonight because he seems to be the one that's always been pushing me to 30,000 steps. And I really appreciate that, Mark. You've given me the motivation. And to reiterate, this is not the first time that I've gotten to 30,000 steps. I'd probably have to go way back, maybe this past summer, at least 3 or 4 months. But let me see if I can find something here real quick. I want to say I got there maybe in last July or June. Let me see. Here we go. August. In August of 2018, I got to 32,075 steps. But it has been a while, and the weather has played a big role in that. You guys know that anybody on the East Coast of the United States has had to deal with pretty cold weather. Now, we are in Virginia, so we have not seen the snow, but we have definitely seen the cold temperatures. The last temperature reading here was in the 40s, so it's gotten better, but it's still pretty cold. Now, give you guys a rough idea on how I actually got to 30,000 steps today. I woke up this morning, was around 9:30, had my breakfast, and then I started my marching in place around 10. That was between 10 and noon. When I say marching in place, I'll march in place. I'll do the weights. I always work out with my 15-pound weights. Sometimes I'll sidestep, and I know I've shown that to you guys before, where I step to the side and I twist and I kind of go like this. So I did that for 2 hours, and then I had lunch, and then around 1:30, Mom and I went walk the mall. Now, we walked our local mall, Chesapeake Square Mall, 4 times, and that was through all the stores. In other words, through Target, through J.C. Penney, and through Burlington Coat Factory. So that was a total of 4 miles. Doing that 4 times around the mall is like 4.1. We're just going to average off and say 4 miles. After that, Mom and I had to do a lot of shopping. We went to Lidl, we went to Aldi, and we went to Food Lion. I actually got some more beans for the 15-bean soup that I'm making again tomorrow because we absolutely love that 15-bean soup. Came home, did some more marching in place, and all that together, probably did that for another half an hour, added up to the 31 or so thousand steps that you guys see that I have. I'm going to digress because I'm getting lightheaded here. Let's see who's here. George Blakely says congratulations. Rick Lake, sorry, Ricky Lake on my mind. Rick Lake says hi, Matt. Hired Gun says hi, and Charlie Lipinski's here. I don't know if a lot of you guys have had a chance to see the vlog from today, but if you haven't, I'll let you know why I haven't been making videos recently. A few days ago, my face erupted like Krakatoa. I still have some remnants. You can see some blemishes here and a few here. But suffice to say, my face was, for the last few days, has just been peeling like crazy. I know it's kind of gross, and I hate to mention it, but that's the main reason I haven't been doing videos. I really, honestly, didn't even want my face on YouTube when it was that bad. And I actually missed doing the all the 5-cheese pizza review. I'll have to go ahead and buy another one of those because Dad and Mom and I actually cooked that up and ate it yesterday because we didn't really have anything else planned for dinner. But I'm on the mend. My face is doing much better now. Hopefully I don't have that issue again. You can see a little bit here where it's still trying to heal. And a lot of this has to do with the fact I have keratosis pilaris, which is a inflammation of the follicles. So it's nothing new. I've been dealing with this my entire life. And so we got 11 watchers. Come on, give me some likes. Help me out here. Give me some motivation. If I get a lot of likes, I'm going to be more motivated to do more walking videos. I'm going to try to do this. As a matter of fact, A good friend of mine, Mike Eats, Primal Edge, actually wants to maybe do a walk tomorrow afternoon, and I'm game to do it. He wants to maybe do a hike. And I know he's challenging me. A lot of you guys are challenging me, and I love the challenges because at the end of the day, it's a bonus not only for you guys, but it's a bonus for me. I get more steps in. Here's Mark. Mark Covington's here. Let's see what he says. Hey, Matt, how are you this evening? I'm doing great. A big congratulations to you, and you're making it to 30,000 steps. How does it feel? I feel pumped. You guys would think I feel tired at this point. Far from it. I'm actually feeling really pumped right now. I have my LaCroix, which I'm drinking right now. This is the Pamplemousse grapefruit, they call it. This is actually, we'll just call it the grapefruit flavored LaCroix. This is really good to drink at night. No calories in this, just a hint of the grapefruit flavor. I also have my jug of water over there too. Charlotte Pinsky goes, I kind of like your tech vlogs better than others, but I like your other ones as well. I try to do a variety, and I'm really doing this because this is what I feel is important right now, especially in the beginning of the season. In other words, the beginning of the new year. Everybody's out there, everybody's at the gym and trying to lose weight. So what I'm doing here, I'm trying to help motivate you guys to do the same thing because this has not been easy. And I have talked about this a lot in the past. And I'm actually going to do a video, what it's like. I'm going to call it something like what it's like living in a 400-pound body, because I have lived in that 400-plus pound body. And let me tell you, it's literally hell on earth. And that's the best way I can describe it. I mean, there are times when I was at that 400-plus pound mark, I didn't even want to get out of bed because just sitting up and getting out of bed was excruciating. My back would hurt. My knees would hurt. I mean, it's amazing. People don't even realize that living that life, it really isn't a life. You don't thrive, you survive if you're lucky. And I remember times, it's funny, I was watching Boogie 2988 the other day, and he was saying the same kind of thing, is because he's lived that life for many years. And to get up in the morning and all you're thinking about is your next meal. You're eating breakfast and you've eaten your breakfast, and the only thing on your mind is, oh man, I can't wait till lunch. Let me just sit here, grab another cup of coffee, grab another donut, and I'm going to sit here, watch TV until lunch. And sometimes lunch would come at 11 in the morning. I'd wake up at 9 and I'd eat lunch 2 hours later because my body was so hungry. My body was used to eating I shouldn't say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000 calories a day, because that's what my body wanted. My body says, okay, it's time to eat. But it wasn't just the physical need to eat. It was the emotional need to eat too. There were other things in my life that weren't being fulfilled. And the fact that they weren't being fulfilled meant I could go to food and get a temporary high. Go and watch My 600-Pound Life. Go watch Family by the Ton. Go watch The Biggest Loser, maybe to a lesser extent. But all the people in there will tell you the same thing. The reason that they got to that 400, 500, 600-pound mark is because something inside of them wasn't being filled. And you have to fix that first. You have to fix that mental problem before you can even begin to tackle the eating problem. Because at the end of the day, you might go on a diet and yeah, you might lose the weight, but you're going to gain it all back because you know what? You're not fixing the underlying cause. Pamplemousse is grapefruit in French. Okay, oh, that's interesting. We'll just say grapefruit because I can't hardly pronounce the other one. Tom Wild says, you have to make videos about what you have going on. It all comes back around at some point. Absolutely. And I'm sure the tech videos will come back. I know that I'm going to lose a few. I've already lost a few subscribers because I'm not making them, but I've gained more on the other end. So it all evens out, and I'm doing the best I can. Thank you, Mr. Jimmy, for the $1.04, or I'm assuming probably $1 in my money, super chat. That's always appreciated. I don't think about it when you give me those super chats. I do, absolutely. Charlotte Pinson goes, my dad was 350 plus and has his stomach taken out. So he had one of the surgeries, probably the stomach staple or the lap band. And he lost 300 pounds overnight. Wait a minute. I got to reread that. Oh, he actually had his stomach removed? Wow, I never heard of that. I mean, that had to be something really serious. I didn't mean to make light of that, dude. I've never actually heard of actually having your stomach removed. That's insane. Well, around 250. Okay. Well, that's a radical weight loss, but I'm telling you. Yeah, I got it. Meant to say his dad was about 100 pounds. Tom Wild goes, you have done a great job so far. I can really see the effort you have put in, and it is paying off. It is, and it'll always pay off. Believe me, whatever you do, if you put your effort into it, it's going to pay off, whether it's for weight loss, whether it's for personal growth, whether it's for a specific project. You just got to put in the man hours, and you will grow. In 2003 or 2004, okay. He has no stomach at all. Yeah, I honestly have never heard that before. I mean, was it to lose weight, or was it because of some other health issue? Let me know. The goods go right through them in 25 to 30 minutes. Man, that would be, I'll tell you, I would almost vote for that. You know, now I don't really need it, but heck, that would be awesome. Sonic Wang goes, I'm 75 kilograms. Am I fat? I'd have to look that one up. You'd have to give it to me in pounds, but let's see. $75 kilograms, 174 pounds. I mean, depending on your height, I'd say probably not. 174 pounds seems pretty healthy to me. Let's see what I'm just out of curiosity. Let's see what I am in kilograms. Let's say 235. So I'm 106.59 kilograms because effectively I'm 235 pounds. I actually lost a few more pounds since the last weigh-in, believe it or not. So let's talk a little bit about the end game here, because a lot of people have been asking me, Matt, when are you going to actually stop losing weight? Well, I had a talk with my doctor back a few months, and he actually didn't want me to get under 230 for my height and my body size or my frame build. But I want to give myself a little bit of a buffer. So my end game is 220 pounds. If I get a little bit below that, that's fine. But I don't want to get too far below that. I had actually started talking with my dad, and I told him that I want to maybe eventually try to get down to 200 pounds. And he was like, well, at 200 pounds, you're going to look emaciated. And I kind of have to agree with him. So it looks like for me, the 220 pound is the right place to be. Now, that might change as my body starts to absorb the skin more. Then I may need to lose a little bit more weight. But for now, we're going to stick to the 220 pound goal. And this is driving me crazy. I did not realize how stretched out this was. This is one of my 2X shirts. So this is really way too big anyway. He had to lose weight for work at the time. I mean, that's kind of radical, but I mean, if that's what he had to do, I guess that's what he had to do. Now he's 250 plus again. And that's the thing with the weight loss surgery. And I've talked about this before. Weight loss surgery should be a last minute what's the term, last ditch effort, because at the end of the day, it doesn't always work. A lot of people I've talked to have had the weight loss surgery and it worked for a time, but when the emotional need to eat came back, they put all the weight back on again. And it's kind of like a 50-50 shot. If you get the surgery, there's a good chance that you'll keep it off, but there's about a 50% chance that you won't. And I don't know if you guys know this. Once you have the surgery, it makes it very hard to have it again. Is it impossible to have it a second time? No. But a lot of times what happens is when you have the weight loss surgery, the stomach stapling, the lap band, whatever you have, scar tissue will build up. And it makes it very hard for the surgeons to get in there and do it again the second time. So if you are contemplating surgery, and I am not a proponent of it, I don't like it personally, but if you are going to have the surgery, make sure that you are mentally prepared so you don't have that relapse and have to have it done again. Charlie says he just drinks beer now. That's not good. You got to try to get him on solid foods. I mean, I'd have to assume that he probably still eats something other than just drinking the beer. Stephen Barber says, I want to get down to 130, but rather be, I think you mean 220 not, and 230, and at least being a diabetic, though it's hard. Yeah. Again, I am a proponent of having that buffer, and that's why I said before, for me, 220 would be my sweet spot, but if I can, I'd like to get down to like 210, because inevitably I know when I start exercising less and start eating more, a few pounds are going to come back on. So I'd like to have that kind of buffer space. Do me a favor, somebody give me a like out there, because for me to have 0 likes right now is pretty odd. I'm wondering if the system just isn't working. So someone who likes it, I know you guys must like this video. Give me a thumbs up here so I know at least the system is working. Yeah, that's really sad. Drinking a lot of beer is ridiculous. I mean, and I've had to deal with this in my family. I'm not talking about alcoholism specifically. In my family, that has been an issue. I mean, you can drink beer and still be healthy, but people take it to the extreme, and that's where alcoholism comes in. Okay, I got you, Steven. See, it is 130. You're 5 feet 2 inches tall. Yeah, that seems to be about right for 5'2". Again, if you want to get down to that weight, give yourself a buffer. Lose 10 more pounds than you actually want to, and you should be golden. Sorry about that. I didn't mean. It's funny because when I think of guys, I always think of them being in the the high ones to low twos, not being in the lower category. But yeah, if you're shorter, like under 5'7", 5'5", then there's every bit the chance you'll probably want to get under 150. So it's anywhere between 125 and 150. But you have to remember, you need to get a bone density test and a frame build test, because that makes a key difference as to what your end weight is going to be. There are 11. Wait a minute, where was that? Don D says it's working. I see 14 likes. Yeah, it just must be the stupid YouTube live, because literally on my screen I see 0 likes and 11 watchers. So that the watchers may not even be right at the moment. Rick Lake says, 134 pounds, 5'6". Wow, you are thin, buddy. That is thin. That's awesome. That is really good. Charlie Lipinski goes, I'm 235 pounds, maybe more. Wow, I'm surprised, because I've seen your videos, Charlie, and you do not look heavy at all. I mean, how tall are you? Let me know how tall you are again. My memory is like a sieve lately. I'm telling you. I think I need to get on that ginkgo biloba or that ginseng stuff because my short-term memory is shot. I probably need to ingest more calories, honestly. Reviews for noobs. Matt, would you ever want to be as low as 30 pounds? If I was, I'd be dead. Actually, I'd probably be in the grave for about 2 years at that point. 5'11". Okay. Yeah. So 5'11", 235. Well, I know I've probably done this before, but I'll just do it real quick. BMI calculator. So let's just say 235, 5'11". So yeah, you're a little over in the overweight category. So you'd probably want to lose. Let's see. You'd be good at about 190 or 195 pounds, just to give you a rough idea if that helps. But for those of you that are trying to figure out where you want to be weight wise, the BMI calculator is a good judge of that. Just Google BMI calculator, put in your weight, your height, and it'll give you your body mass index. Now, again, don't take that as the Bible because you still need to go see your doctor for that frame build and the bone density test. Stephen Barber goes, my doctor said the weight I am at now is putting a strain on my heart. People think, oh, you're type 1, but you're 250. Well, blame the insulin for that. No, I would never blame the insulin on that. Now, there is some truth that taking insulin can raise your weight a little bit, but if you exercise and eat right, you can mitigate any weight gain that you would have from that. Thanks, Rick. I got you. He's saying it's 16 likes now. Literally, I kid you not. It's showing 0 likes. And let me see if I can do this. I don't know if it'll work. Can you guys see right there? I know it's inverted, but you can see it literally says 0 likes. So there's something going on with the YouTube system right now. But don't worry, I'm cool with it. Mr. Jimmy says, I remember seeing a lady who was 400 kilograms. It saddens me to see that because people that get like that have severe emotional problems. Like I did too. I mean, honestly, I had to deal with a lot of emotional issues myself. 400 kilograms, for those of you who want to know, is 881.849 pounds. That's absolutely insane. Unreal. All right, tubers, let's see. We got 15 watchers. Wow, we're getting some more watchers here. I wasn't going to do this for a long period of time, but hey, if you guys are up to it, so am I. I got the energy. PPR 7997 says, what's up? Greetings from snowy Michigan. Ooh, I'll bet you're probably snowed in at this point. We are doing great here on the Matt M. Roy channel. Just to recap, 30,000 plus steps for me today and feeling great. Though I'm probably going to be pretty tired tonight. We'll see when I crash. I'm not going to eat anything else. Give you an idea of what I ate today. This morning I had my bowl of oatmeal, banana, and the 3 cups of coffee. Yes, I do still have 3 cups of coffee. Then for lunch, I had some 15 bean soup and a turkey and cheese sandwich. And then for a snack, I had Fig Newton, and I had I had some leftover strawberries, fresh strawberries that I cut up. I mixed half a can of fruit cocktail in there, and I mixed in some whipped cream. And that's literally what I had to eat today. Oh, and I had a double hot chocolate. So when I add the calories up, that comes to roughly 2,300 calories, which is right where I need to be. As long as you're eating a balanced diet, it doesn't really matter how you get your calories. Now, granted, when I say balanced diet, you don't want to have a lot of sugar and not a lot of fiber. You want to go ahead and still follow whatever your nutritionist or your doctor tells you. Now, do I always follow the nutritional pyramid like we were taught back in the 80s and 90s? No, but I still want to have a balanced diet. So that means you got your dairy, you got your breads, you got your fats, your carbs, your fruits, vegetables, all that kind of good stuff. So as long as it's a balanced diet, don't worry. Just make sure you keep at the calories that you need to be at. Gosh, I must be more tired than I thought. I'm talking stuttered at the moment. But 30,000 steps equates to 1,925.5 calories burned. Now, granted, that's the calories I burnt while I was exercising. It doesn't count the calories that I would burn anyway, just sitting around. So if I add that up, I probably actually burned more like 3,000 calories today, because your body, believe it or not, will burn about 1,000 calories a day, even if you're not exercising. So for me, that was pretty good. But when you think about getting on this type of lifestyle, you need to go ahead, and I've said this before, but it bears reiterating. You need to see your doctor and or nutritionist to get on a plan, and they'll tell you how many calories you need to be ingesting each day to lose the weight. Rick Lake says, Matt, I have a friend that is close to, if not at 500 pounds. I'm worried his heart is going to stop, like a lot of people were with me. He just sits and eats. He does get out and walk, but he has to be talked into it. Boy, does that sound familiar. That's exactly the way I was when I was at 400 pounds. My mother would say, come on, Matt, let's go for a quick walk. I'd be sitting playing video games, and I'm like, I'm too tired. I'll go and do it tomorrow. There'll be plenty of time to do it in the future. I'm still young. Well, you know what? Time passes by really fast. And before you know it, you're in your 30s, like I am, and still at that weight. Well, actually, in my 30s, I had gotten down to about 350 pounds, but still dangerously overweight. Your friend is not going to be able to lose the weight until he's ready to do it. You can talk to him till you're blue in the face, just like people talk to me until I was blue in the face, and they will not lose the weight until they're ready. And you know what? Hang on a second. This is important. Hey, Mom. Can you come here for a minute? Come here. We're in here. I'm gonna bring Mom in. We're doing a live stream. I want you to talk for a minute. Come on.
Just for a minute. I'm watching.
She's watching something, but I think that this is really important because Rick Lake's here. Mm-hmm. Had saying that his friend, if you read this, he says that his friend is at 500 pounds. He's worried that his heart's going to stop. He just sits and eats. He does get out and walk, but he has to be talked into it. Now, who does that sound like?
Just like you, when I tried to get you to exercise with me when I used to jog, and I went down to walking, and you fought me every step of the way. It was that funny. Yeah, it wasn't fun. He wasn't ready to do it. We tried Richard Simmons, we tried Weight Watchers, we tried Atkins, and nothing really works because he just wasn't ready to do it.
That's the truth, guys. I'm telling you. And I wanted Mom to back me up here because you guys only have my word to take for it. Well, now you have her word, because there comes a time in our lives, and we'll all get there eventually, when there's something we want to change about ourselves, whether it's our hairstyle, whether it's getting buff, or losing weight. And I've gotten to that point. It was, it was a wake-up call when the doctor said, hey, you're diabetic. Change your lifestyle or we're going to start cutting off limbs. Yeah, I mean, they literally were that. I had a doctor that was that blunt, and I'm blessed that she was that blunt, because I had been living this life and I was tired of it. And, Mom, she's been a great mother. And yes, you always are. And, granted, she never was that heavy like I was, but there was a time, right, when you really realized that you needed to lose weight.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
And it's something that we all have to be ready for.
Hmm.
And I'm hoping that a certain other member of the family is going to start realizing that too.
That's
You
true.
guys all know
That's
who I'm
true.
talking about.
Yeah, and I told you, I had told Matt before. It's funny when I had different things that I needed to lose weight for. Let's say, like we went on our cross country trip. I just didn't have the incentive to do it. And when I got back and saw pictures of myself, I was like, oh my gosh. I said I didn't like the pictures, and that's when I went on with you, and I lost about 30 pounds.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Pictures are a big thing.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't even like looking at my pictures from when I was heavy, even in the 350 range. I just didn't like the way my face looked or anything.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's funny because I hope Mom doesn't mind me sharing this, but we always seem to have the same problem. Mom and I tended to have the midsection fat, and I still do to a smaller extent. That's actually the last part that's going away. And a lot of you guys out there may have the same problem. And a lot of that has to do with genetics, but also that could be insulin resistance too. And that, I think, is a lot where the diabetes came into play. Mark Covington says hi. He wants to know how you're doing.
Hello, I'm doing fine. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell about our big, nice walk today?
Yep, in the mall. I told him 4 miles.
We did our 3 circuits, which is the first time we've done.
No, we did 4?
No, we did 3.
We did 3.
Yeah,
we did 3. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm telling you, my mind is gone. So I gotta retract what I said before.
We did 3 circuits.
3 circuits in the mall,
4
including
miles.
all of the open department stores, is 4 miles.
4 miles.
I told him 4. See, it's a good thing she was here to fix it.
Well, he got mixed up. 3 circuits, 4 miles.
3 circuits, 4 miles. I thought 4 circuits, 4 miles. But oh my goodness, we are both pretty tired, but I'm proud of her. Even at her age, she could keep up with me, no problem. What was your total?
13,000.
She got to 13,000 steps, which is really good for her.
Yeah, that's. I've been doing 12, so today I got 13. I'm pretty happy with that.
That's really good.
I'm never going to beat his.
She's never going to beat me, but we're going to get her up to 15.
No,
I'm telling you, we are going to get you to 15,000
Probably when
steps.
the weather's better and, we can, get up there.
Somebody, I don't know if you want to answer this. Sonic Wang said, how old is your mom? He guessed 60.
Oh, I love you. And this year, add another 10.
Yep. She's going to have her 70th birthday this year.
In July.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you.
PPR 7997 asks, what will you do when the malls close? That's really a good point. And if you looked at our mall, if they let me film in the mall, you would see that is in danger of happening because our mall is really dying. Our mall has 6 anchors originally. Yeah, it had two on each end, and then 2 like in the 3/4 mark, I guess you could call it. And we only have 3 left.
Right.
One they tore down and made into a movie theater, and that's not even connected to the mall anymore. The Sears at the far end closed in 2014, and the Macy's closed in 2015.
Right, and then Dillard's was what they tore down and built the mall.
Yeah, Dillard's closed, and they tore that down. So we have Target, which used to be old Montgomery Ward's. We have Burlington Coat Factory, which used to be the old Belk, and the old Dillard's men's section. And now we have J.C. Penney left. So,
which I hope doesn't go under.
We don't. I hope not either. I love J.C. Penney, one of my absolute favorite stores. I get a lot of my clothes there.
Definitely.
All right, Mom. I'm gonna let you go. I know you want to see your show.
All right, I want to watch my show. God bless.
We'll try to entice her to come back next time. All right, tubers, I'm actually going to end the live stream here because I am starting to get tired. I need to get another drink of water, and I just really need to rest the rest of the evening. Hope you guys really enjoyed this. This was unexpected. I wasn't really going to do this, but since I got to 30,000 steps, I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to treat you guys to a live stream. So please continue to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.